Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Myself Bharatji. Today I am here to give my presentation on subject mathematics and today's our topic is comparison of large samples. In this video we are going to know about introduction of large sample comparison and the importance of large sample comparison, methodologies how to collect the samples of large samples and the sampling techniques, how to compare the large samples and reporting and communication about large sample comparison, and at the end conclusion about the large sample comparison. Let us move into the video. Introduction about large sample comparison. Comparison of large sample involves analyzing and comparing data from two or more groups with a large number of observations. Comparison of large sample means analyzing and comparing two different data of large groups or a number of more large number samples in an observation. Large sample produce more accurate and reliable results compared to small samples. The large samples will produce more results when compared to the small results which are reliable and realistic in nature. This statistic technique is crucial in various fields such as market research, medical studies, and social science. The techniques which were used for large sample comparison are used in so many fields such as market research and medical studies and social science, and in so many other fields also. Next, importance of large sample comparison. Large sample comparison allows for better generalization of results to the population as whole. This large sample comparison allows the human beings to generalize the more results of the population as a whole. It helps in identifying significant differences or similarities between the groups which with a higher level of confidence. This comparison helps us to identify the differences or similarities between the groups which are higher level of confidence in the nature. Large sample comparison minimizes the impact of outliers and random fluctuations, leading to more absurd conclusion. This large sample comparison minimizes the impact of outliers and random fluctuations, leading to more robust conclusions. Methodologies. One common method is the t-test. The most common method used for the large sample comparison is t-test, which t-test which compares the means of two groups to determine if there is a significant differences. This t-test method is mainly used to compare whether the groups which are taken for the samples have the common significant difference or not. The another approach is analysis of variance that enables comparison of multiple groups simultaneously. The another method which helps us to compare the large sample for multiple groups at a single time. The non-parametric tests such as the Manan-Whitty test and Valet test are used when the data does not meet parametric assumptions. When the data does not meet the parametric assumptions, the tests like Valet test are used. Next, sampling techniques. Random sample ensures that each individual in the population has an equal chance of being included in the sample. The sampling techniques such as random sample ensures that each individual in the population has an equal chance of being included in the grouping and testing techniques. Stratified sampling divides the population into subgroups and then randomly selects individuals from each subgroup. Stratified sampling divides the main groups into subgroups, and every time it takes each individual from the subgroup for the testing. Cluster sampling involves dividing the population into clusters and randomly selects entire clusters for the samples. Cluster sampling involves dividing the main groups into subgroups and individually takes a single entire cluster for the sample selection and compare the samples and get the output. Reporting and communication. Presenting finding in a clear consequences manner is essential for effective communication. For effective communication, presenting finding and clear consequent manner is essential for effective communication. Visual aids such as graphs or tables can help convey complex information in a more accessible format. Visual aids such as advertisements, graphs, designs, and models which can help us to convey the complex information in a more accessible format. It is important to include relevant statistical information, limitations, and recommendations for further researches. It is more important for us to include information, limitations, and recommendations for further research of the samples and comparing and getting the output from the large samples. At the end, conclusion about the large sample comparison. Comparison of large sample is powerful statistic technique to analyze and compare data for multiple groups. Comparing large samples is a powerful statistic technique which helps us to analyze, compare, and get a proper output the data which we have from the multiple groups. A large sample provides more accurate and reliable results, allowing for better generalization of the population. The large samples will produce more relatable output when compared to the smaller samples, when the results will allow us to better generalization of the population. Proper data collection, preparation, and statistical analysis are key to obtaining meaningful insights from larger sample comparison. The large sample comparisons, which helps us in the data collection, preparation, and statistical analysis, are key to obtain meaningful insights for a large sample comparisons. Large sample comparison, which helps us in inciting from a large, key to obtain a meaningful insights from a large sample comparison. Thank you everyone. Thank you for watching my video. Please like, share, and subscribe.